Welcome back to my channel, Bring Peace into Your Life. I've been thinking lately about what would be a good video to make or a new video to make. And I was thinking about the idea that at this time of year, it can be really difficult for some people. And many times of the year, it can be really difficult for some people. So what I think would be a good idea is to do a video on not giving up. So this is just not about, it's not about just not giving up on life, but it's about not giving up on yourself, not giving up on your dreams, not giving up on your hopes. So when people say not giving up, there's many reasons why you wouldn't give up, why you would look at not giving up. And there's many reasons why you may feel that you do want to give up, that things are too hard, that things are too difficult. So what I would like to look at is really hope in the future, hope in the situation that things are going to get better, and really looking at positivity. So not giving up is really looking about being as positive as you possibly can be. So it's very easy to be more negative in your life, negative about the way you are, negative about how things are going. And it can be quite easy to get into that negative headspace and the catastrophizing of things are never going to get any better, things are never going to work out for me. And really, if we can look at changing the narrative and looking at not giving up, looking at finding ways through and finding a path. So when things are difficult and when life puts barriers in our way, we have to look at finding a path for ourselves that gets us to the other side of that barrier. So things can be really difficult in life and things can be stressful. But if we take a step back and think about how far we've come, what we're battling, why we're having a difficult time and why we're battling things, it can help us to really understand ourselves better and understand where we are. And if we can understand ourselves better and look at where we are in our life and where we are in our process, it can really help us get a better perspective and look at not giving up and actually finding a different path, and a path that we can actually move through and work towards coming out the other side of something that's really difficult. So in life, nothing is straightforward. I think most of us know that in life, that things can be really difficult, but it doesn't mean that that's the end of your journey and the end of your story. And I think really the idea of not giving up is to look at, this is not the end. This is not the end of my journey. This is not the final chapter. We all have many chapters in our lives. Sometimes we have many books in our life, in our journey, in our story. And it's about looking at how can we actually move forward from where we are and develop ourselves as a person and develop our skills and our ways of being to actually push forward and push towards what we want. So looking at our dreams, our hopes for the future, looking at what we want for our family, and what our goals are in life. And about realising that actually we can have setbacks in life, we can have things that make us feel like we're not going to get back up again. But what we can do is we can have the strength to look at it from a different perspective. We can have the strength to look at our life as a whole and look at our future and what may be coming. And we can build ourselves up, stand back up again and keep going. And it's about getting that power and that strength and taking that power back to actually feel like, regardless of what's happening in your life and what life throws at you, that actually you can handle it and you can manage. And it may be that you've not felt capable in the past. It may be that you have built yourself up and built your strength up so that you can feel capable, and you feel that things are, even if obstacles are put in your path, you can navigate that obstacle. You can work on yourself, you can develop yourself to move past that obstacle to get to the other side and actually get to where you want to be in life. And it's about positivity, it's about trying your best to keep that positive mental attitude. And it's not easy, especially if you maybe suffer from depression or anxiety, mental health problems. It's not easy if things in life get in the way. And quite often we can get overstimulated in life. Life can be a path that we walk down, but actually sometimes life takes over. we can feel overstimulated, we can feel overwhelmed. And at that point, we need to take a step back. We need to think about how we're feeling. We need to take care of ourselves, and we need to look at what we can do to help ourselves through that moment. So it's about thinking about, what do I do to take care of myself? How can I get past this feeling of overwhelm so that I can feel that I can actually keep going and not give up on myself and not give up on me as a person. And it's about accepting that life is difficult, and actually we are not perfect. Everybody has their flaws in life. Everybody has their difficulties. We sometimes get things wrong. We cannot always be right, and we cannot always function at the high level that we want to. And we can't always achieve everything that we want to achieve. But it's about looking at ourselves as a person and accepting ourselves as we are, flaws and all, and accepting that we're valuable and we're worthy and we're worth the effort and we're worth putting in the time and effort to actually help us keep going and not give up. And if you can build that positivity about yourself and acceptance in yourself, and actually value yourself and your contribution to life, your contribution to society, your contribution to your family, to your friend group, your contribution to everybody around you, the society that you're in, your community. It's about seeing your value and actually working towards making sure that you're taking care of yourself and that you're building your value and building your worth, so that you can actually believe in yourself and believe that whatever happens in life, you can get to where you want to be. Now, it may not be the path that you want to go through. It may not be the path that you thought you would walk through or walk on. And quite often life throws us curveballs in life. So we may want to achieve a certain thing. We may not get that. We may not achieve it the first time we try. But it's about looking at where we are on that path is where we're meant to be. So it might be that you wanted to go from A to B and you thought that that was the right direction, and actually you try to get to B and something gets in your way, a barrier gets put in your way, and you have to go to C, and then you have to go to D, and then you have to come back to B. And it's about looking at, this may not be the path I thought I was going on. This may not be what I thought I wanted, but actually the universe and life puts you on the path that you're meant for. It puts you on the path that's meant for you. And it's about accepting that actually I can learn from every experience I have in my life. I can learn from everything that's thrown at me. So it might not be what I thought was going to happen, and it might not have been the path that I thought I wanted to walk down, but it doesn't mean that this is not the right path for you, and it doesn't mean that you cannot learn on your journey and learn on the path to what's right for you and not give up. It's about not giving up. You will get to where you need to be, and you will achieve what you will achieve and what was meant for you. There's a very old Scottish saying of, what's for you won't go by you. My gran used to say that a lot, and I forget it sometimes, but sometimes in life when something happens or a spanner's thrown in the works or something gets in the way, I always try and think back to what she said about what's for you won't go by you. And she used to say to me, Emma, if they can do it, why can't you? I remember thinking about wanting to learn to drive and failing some of my tests and really struggling. And she went, Emma, if they can do it, why can't you? What is there to get in your way? Keep going, keep trying, keep pushing. And she was someone who always taught me never to give up. She said, this might not be what is for you. You might think that's what's for you, but it might not be. But what is for you will not go by you. You will get what you need in life, and what's for you will come to you. And that's what we need to keep remembering in life and reminding ourselves, that what for us will not go by us. Keeping the faith in that and keeping hope that the path we are on is the path we need to be on. And even when difficulties get thrown in our way, that's the way of life and the universe showing us how to actually work on ourselves and build on ourselves and our skills and be resilient. And it's about going on that path and having that hope and that faith and really enjoying the journey, regardless of how difficult it'll be. Yes, sometimes it's very difficult, but it's about making sure that you have the faith that you're not going to give up and that you will get to your destination with more knowledge and more skills, because it hasn't been the simple path from A to B. So if this video has helped you, what do you do not to give up? What do you do when things are difficult or something's thrown in your path? What do you do to actually help yourself keep that hope and keep that momentum going? Put it in the comments, let other people know what helps you, and hopefully that'll help other people. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please like. I would really appreciate it. And I will see you in the next video. Take care. Thank you.